Hi, Pop Culture Pals. I'm here with another What's Sold on eBay and a little bit of Poshmark this week. We're going to take a look at some of our more interesting and top selling items that hopefully can help you while you're outsourcing. We're going to start with this little throwback from the 90s, maybe early 2000s, Tiger Electronics Hit Clips Micro Music. If you are from a previous generation, you'll remember these tiny little micro players. You basically plugged in these little tiny discs into your player and you could listen to your hit clips. And they came from all different bands. You could collect them and carry them on a little key ring so you always had your music at hand. This is NSYNC. It's going to be me, and it was new, sealed, and sold. I took a best offer of $24. We did have it originally at $35, and some of these will sell for that and more, especially the players if you come across those. Next, we have a Star Trek Next Generation shirt. This is a Ruby's costume piece. It's a really nice costume, though. You know, sometimes Halloween costumes can be kind of cheap feeling. The quality on this one was really super. It is just the top of the costume, it is just the shirt, and it sold for $25, which for a shirt alone is a really great price. Item sadly didn't bring as much as I thought it would. At first glance, it's pretty nothing. It is a vintage Lang's Furniture and Undertaking advertisement alligator coin purse. Yes, so we got a little coin purse here that's very small. It's just a little change purse, leather here and embossed at the top. But here we go inside. Now, sadly, this is the reason it didn't sell for more. This was compliments of Lang's Furniture and Undertaking. I wasn't sure that it was Undertaking, but I looked them up, and sure enough, I guess they made furniture and coffins. So it actually would have been a really amazing piece if it hadn't been ripped at the most important part. If that rip had been on the other side, the furniture side, I definitely could have gotten the $25 we were hoping to get from this. In general, undertaking advertisements and things along those lines that have to do with mortuaries and undertaking sell very well to a particular crowd, so grab them when you see them. Moving over to Poshmark, this was not one of my better picks, and I am really surprised. So this is a Marvel Shang-Chi Legend of the Ten Rings jacket from Disney. Now, looking at the pictures here, I sometimes think maybe that was part of the problem because look at this. This item was new with tags and tag showing, you can hardly read it, $39.99. Official Disney, really great detailing, beautiful jacket. The pictures are not great. And I don't know if we took them badly or when I moved them over to Poshmark, sometimes they don't come over as clean as they should. So maybe that was the problem. I'm not sure. But either way, we actually had this up on eBay also for a very long time and it would not sell. I got this from Shop Goodwill where I paid probably as much as I sold it for, or actually, I probably lost money in the long run. So I had it up, as you can see, the value. Oh, it must have been 69. Oh my God, it was a $70 jacket. I had it up, I think, in the 40 range, dropped it to the 30 range. I finally took an offer and let it go at 19. On Poshmark, the buyer pays shipping of $8, so they covered the shipping, but I didn't get the full 19. I think I get like 17 or 16.50 after Poshmark fees. So I do believe I paid at least $20 for this on Shop Goodwill, again, thinking it was going to be a $60 piece. Can't tell you why this didn't go. I don't know. Is this movie not popular? I don't usually buy Marvel items because the market for Marvel, like Star Wars, is really, really difficult to compete in. But, you know, Disney, it was an official Disney licensed jacket. And again, not a cheap costume. A very, very nice quality piece that somebody can wear every day, not just as a costume. So really disappointed in that one. On the other hand, we have this, which did very well. So this I picked up on Whatnot, and the person selling it wasn't didn't know what it was, didn't know who Cyndi Lauper was. If you're listening to this and you don't know, Cyndi Lauper is a rock icon, and this is her clothing line that she made for, I think, I want to say QVC or HSN. It is called Touch of Sin, and that can be confusing for people if it didn't have the tag. As you can see here, it does have her tag with it. So this item was brand new, and my understanding is it was a jacket based on a costume that she wore for one of her tours. Very cool, kind of military circus ringmaster style with that little black insert. It works kind of like a vest. Excellent detailing, really high quality. It was a $200 item when it originally sold on, again, I think it was QVC. Oh, so I wrote Home Shopping Clothing Line, so maybe Home Shopping Network, but it was a $200 item. I picked it up for, I would say, less than 20. I think maybe even less than that because I recall I bought a lot from this particular Whatnot seller, and it sold for $52 plus the $8 shipping on Poshmark. So that's great. So even with my Poshmark fees, I still pulled probably $40, which means worst case scenario, I doubled my money on it and maybe did a little bit better than that. So this is definitely one of my best items for the week until you get to this, our very best item for the week. This was a really special item. So this is Pocket Dragons. So Lilliput Lane, which is a manufacturer or a brand, I guess you'd say, of ceramic, whimsical ceramic buildings and things. So Lilliput Lane, Land of Legend, had the whimsical world of Pocket Dragons by Rail uh, Reed, I think Musgrave. I don't know, I can't read the name. So this is a line of little cute dragons that were produced in the 80s. And this is a countersign, display sign that you could use when you had a whole collection, or my understanding is might have been used actually on the counter of a store to help promote the line of dragons to announce what they were. It was a beautiful piece. Look at the back. Even the back is so gorgeously detailed. There he is from this side. So cute. So this little fellow, again, extremely rare. We had it up for 150, and I believe again we took an offer on this one of 130. It did go international, which is a little bit scary, but my husband's a very, very good packer, so I have no question about that. And when you send international through eBay now, basically they cover it. You send it to the depot in the US, and then they're responsible for getting it to the international address, and they're responsible for any damage or anything that might happen. So hopefully nothing will happen. It's a pretty solid piece, so I think it's going to do really well. We have two other little dragons that came with this when we bought this one. Sadly, one of them was broken, not in transit. I think it was actually broken when I bought it, but the break is so um, difficult to see that we didn't even notice it looking at it. We actually did sell the item before both the buyer and we realized that there was an actual flaw on the item and it has since been corrected. So it happens, and I buy things sometimes. And if it was in good faith and, hard to spot, I certainly don't hold it against the seller for selling it to me broken because I didn't notice either. So, anyway, this was our best item for the week. Absolutely 100% with $130. Even with our eBay fees, we cleared over 100. I do believe I paid again about $20 for the item. I've been leaning recently into spending a little more, getting a little bit more higher level items before instead of the $10 items that we used to list, which means less sales in a week, but each sale is considerably more money. So that's our best deals of the week. We've got our little dragons, Cyndi Lauper, our Shang-Chi, which sadly disappointed me, The Lang's furniture, also disappoint price, but not fault because of that. Super Star Trek costume top and our Tiger Electronic hit clips. If you remember of any of these items, if they make you feel nostalgic, tell me about it in the comments below. If you had a great week on eBay or you had an item that didn't sell for what you thought it would, you can also tell me about that in the comments. I would love to hear about your experience.